welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ebony and it's Rant number 2. So I just got back home, y'all, and actually I got back at a decent time. I think it's like 9. I think I did the first video last night around 11 something. But anyway, I went to go, as I told y'all last night, I was taking myself to the movies and out to eat, and I did do that. Oh, excuse me. I'm very full. My makeup is a little old and I kind of need to take it off, but I wanted to do this video first, me being made up, so I did that, and I pulled half my hair up, and it looks, I like it, and I wore a little black t-shirt dress and some chucks, but I went to go see 50 Shades Freed. My feedback on that movie is that the first one was better. The second one was better than this one, but this one wasn't bad. I wish they could have put more in it, but they did get the main points that is from the book, so I am very appreciative of that. I went to O'Charlie's and I got me some chicken tenders and some fries, and I took a couple pictures of my face when it was really fresh, but I will say that those eyebrows were, well, they look a hot mess right now, but they did look very, very pretty when I first did them. So I will insert pictures and stuff that I've taken of my food and myself at the end of this video, probably. I hope I remember to do so, but if I don't, please charge it to my head, not my heart. So what's this rant about today? Well, it's Tuesday, so yesterday was about Valentine's Day being overrated. Today is about why we as women always take back the bad guys. And I know that this is a very touchy subject, and I know that I'm probably gonna step on a couple people's toes, but I'm not saying like doing this video topic because I'm like saying I'm innocent. Like, come on here, you're just sticking up there. Okay. I'm one of the women who's done it. I'm one of the very many women who have taken back a bad guy when I shouldn't have. I'm one of the few women who have done it, and it's not good. And I will say that I've done it mostly because of fear of being alone, fear of starting over with somebody else, and just the fear of who else is gonna want me other than this person. And I've asked my friends, I've asked people that I've gotten to know, most of my friends, and they all have told me the same thing. Why would I get with someone else after putting in so much time and building up this whole relationship, only for it to fall to pieces and start back over with somebody else? And I get it. Nobody wants to start back over. I'm the same way. I don't ever want to start back over with someone new after you even took the time to get to know this person, know everything about them, love them, and then only for it not to work out. But that's the whole messed up thing about going back to the bad guys, because we always go back to them with that mindset of, well, why am I going to start back over when I've already taken so much time? I've been with this guy for so many years and it's not working, but I don't want to give up because he could be my husband, or he can be the one I'm supposed to have my children with. But if I break up with him and leave him alone for good, how is that all going to happen? It might be years before I find somebody else. Yeah, it's scary to get out of a relationship for so many years, only with the mindset of thinking, well, who else is going to want me? And who is going to be there to pick up the pieces after I'm broken? And truthfully, when you come out of a relationship that's you were in for so many years, it is very hard to get over it. Because we as women are very emotional. We get very attached easy. And when we love very, very hard. We love with our whole heart, not half. And when we love, we take everything into consideration with that other person. We don't think about ourselves. Now, granted, there are some very selfish, inconsiderate, trifling women out there who are selfish and very much hurtful and don't really care for the other person. And I'm not saying we as women only do this. Men do it as well, where they take back a woman or a man that's done them wrong, and they just don't want to give up on them because they put in so many years. But I'm talking to specifically the women. So what is my situation and advice for that? Well, I'll say this. Most of the time when a woman doesn't leave a relationship, because not only because they don't want to start over, because they don't love themselves enough to leave the situation. They be too busy. They're put so much of their love into the other person that there's no love for themselves. It's like they've lost themselves in that other person. I've done it. I will say it. I have done it. And because I will say that because I have done it, I've done it twice actually. No, 3 times. I've gotten back with 3 of my exes, knowing that each of them were not good for me. That was my first love. I was with him for 3 years, and through the 3 years, we broke up several times. Kept getting back with him, knowing he wasn't good for me, but kept getting back with him. I was young and dumb at that time. Here comes 18. I was only with this guy for a year, but we were friends for a year before that. The thing is I will say about that one is that I had a lot of red flags before I got with him, but because I already cared about him, I just got in a relationship with him, and then we broke up so many times within that year, kept getting back with him, and then I tried to do it not too long ago. It was a lot. And then this last relationship I was in, I got back with him knowing the first time didn't work out. I'm not saying I am too good and I know better. All the women who say that I would never get back with my ex knowing how he treated me, they are lying. They have done it before. And probably will do it. It just depends on the person and how much you love them. And it's kind of hard to get out of that situation. But women most of the time have a hard time getting out of situations like that because 1, they don't want to start back over, and 2, they don't love themselves that much. They love themselves, or they claim they love themselves. And I'm like, well, sis, if you really do love yourself, don't you think that you should get out of the situation that's stressing you out, that's giving you gray hairs and making your weight go up and down? Like, who wants to deal with that type of stress? And it's sad to believe that men will put you through that situation, but that's men in general. Men will drive you crazy in general. But you have to make it up in your mind, are they worth it? Are they worth it? Now, why get what's back with someone that you know who's cheated on you before? You've caught him several times cheating, but you keep getting back with him. Why keep getting back with the guy that you know that has hit you upside your head several times? Why get back with this guy knowing he don't treat you right, who verbally abuse you as well as physically? It's just, there are things that a man will do to you just to make you feel belittled. Now, I've never had any of my exes belittle me. At that time, I was belittling myself. I was always not exactly confident. I had low self-esteem, and I will say that was my fault. Now, when you have low self-esteem and you're in a relationship, you will let that man run over you because you don't believe anybody else is going to get with you. Listen to me when I say this. There are so many men out in this world that will walk and battle for you and kiss the ground you walk on and praise God for sending you in their life. There are men like that in this world, and I know it may seem like we can't find them. I know I can't find them, not around here anyway. I haven't found them yet, but they are out there, and it's mostly we make the mistake in accepting whoever comes to us because we're too busy looking for them. We're not supposed to look for them. God made Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. God made Adam a companion for him. We are supposed to be a man's rib. We're supposed to be equally yoked with somebody. But that doesn't mean we're supposed to go look for that man. You're supposed to... Now, there's nothing wrong with dating. There's nothing wrong with dating. And in the process of dating, you most likely will find your husband or the person you're supposed to be with. However, you're not supposed to go just looking everywhere for a man. You're supposed to, like, if you do eventually get out of a relationship, you're not supposed to jump in to another relationship, because they say to get over someone, it takes half the time that you've been with that person to get over someone. So if you've been with them for a year, it's going to take 6 months for you to get over that person. If you've been with them 2 years, it's going to take a year to get over that person. Wait, no, not a year. Yeah, a year, probably a year, 6 months, I think, if I'm doing math right. But anyway, like, that's something that you are not supposed to do. So I have always said that I'm not going to get back with none of my exes ever. I'm just not, because If they were meant for me, they will come back into my life. I'm not going to force them. I'm not going to continue to try to make an effort to have them in my life and me be in theirs. Because if they really, really loved me like they claim, they wouldn't have hurt me, or they wouldn't have done or treated me the way that I was treated. Now, granted, I am not perfect. I have probably said some things I probably shouldn't have said, because my problem is, in a lot of my situations, is when I get very, very offended or I feel much attacked, I go off at the mouth, and I really need to stop that. But I will say, for me to do that, I have to have taken a lot from that person to go off on them. I did this the other day with someone that wasn't even my boyfriend. He was somebody that I was talking to on the phone. He got mad and he said some things he shouldn't have said, so it made me go off on him. And I do feel bad about what I've said, but he blocked me and I can't apologize for it, and I haven't seen him since. So, but I will say that it is hard getting out of a relationship that you really do love somebody for. And I will be the first example to say that when you really do love someone, you will, excuse me, drop my pen. When you really love someone, it is very, very hard to get out of the relationship, because for one, you love them. Just the thought of being away from them, the thought of having them out of your life is very scary. It builds up anxiety. But that also goes with the situation of being alone. You don't want to be alone. Being alone can be very, very saddening and depressing, but not really. It only depends on how you spend that time. When you love someone so much, you'll do anything for them, including take some of the bull that they give you. But that means also that the stuff that you take from them means they don't respect you, and you don't respect yourself because you take it. And when you love someone, you don't treat them like crap. Love, relationship, marriage is hard. And I know y'all probably think, you've never been married, how would you know how marriage is hard? Well, both of my parents, they're still married to each other. They've been married for what? Has it been? I don't know. They've been married a long time, and then they've been together in a relationship since they were like 12 or 13 years old. If anybody know about relationships and dedication, they do. And I've been a witness to that. I've seen it. When you witnessed your parents' marriage and how they've handled their situations and their problems, you understand, like, okay, marriage is very hard. You have to be fully dedicated and devoted to that person. You have to stick to your vows. You have to not lose your mind. It's the same thing with a regular relationship. If you are with a person to build a relationship, to eventually get to marriage, you have to first of all love you enough to not put up with so much crap from someone. I had to learn that myself. I know eventually I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want a husband, a God-fearing man, to be my husband. I want the man that God wants for me. That's what I want. But I knew that I wasn't going to get that allowing the stuff I allowed. I didn't love myself enough. How can I expect someone else to love me when I don't love myself? So I had to put my foot down and be like, I love myself too much to put up with the crap that you giving me, so I'm finished. Yeah, it was hard to leave that situation, and yes, I cried, because who isn't going to cry leaving the person that they say they love so much? It is hard to do that, and it's heartbreaking, and yes, it is depressing at first, but you'll be so surprised at how much weight is off your shoulders when you do leave that situation alone. I felt that when I got out of the last relationship, excuse me, I'm getting a little tongue tied over here. The last relationship I got out of, I was so stressed out and so complicated. I did love him, and to this day, I still don't want nothing but the best for him, but I was stressed out. He was stressed out. He wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And we were trying to fix something that was already too far broken. But we were trying to fix it. I was trying to hold on tight to him, but I was like, I'm not happy. My happiness means so much to me. Why am I allowing all of this happening to me? Letting all of this happen to me when I know I'm not happy. So I said, okay, I've got to end it. I have to. And then if you really want to know for sure if you should end something with someone, pray about it. Pray about it till God is actually telling you and you hear him say, leave him. So I was praying about it. I was crying and praying and hoping and praying like, Lord, what am I supposed to do? Because a part of me is saying that I need to stay with him, work things out with him. Another part of me is saying, girl, you are not happy. Why are you still here? So I remember I went to sleep and I kept seeing and hearing, break up with him. Just break up with him. He's not for you. If he's for you, he will come back and he will be exactly what you want and need. But right now, he is not that, and he is not for you. I woke up the next day scared out of my mind because I knew what I had to do. Called him over to my house. We sat, we talked, and I told him how I felt. He was upset, yes, because who's not going to be upset that you broke up with someone? I was upset. I was crying while talking to him. And I was very upset and hurt because once again, another relationship didn't work out. For one, that's how I was really feeling like, okay, another relationship didn't work out. Then two, I was hurt. Who's not going to be hurt after leaving a situation like that? But I admit that once he left my house, I felt so relieved that I wasn't going to be stressed out anymore, that I wasn't going to cry anymore, that I wasn't going to argue anymore. All the energy that I put into that tired me out, and I was finally happy that I was in so much relief. So that's my little rant for y'all, basically about me. But it was a rant because we as women, we do that, especially as good women. We tend to take back douchebags and a-holes, and I can't say the other word, but we do take them back because we generally are good people. We see the good in everybody, even though they're not good for us. So, and my advice to that is to, before you give your all to somebody, get to know you, love you enough to the point that you will be like, okay, I'm open to a new relationship, but I'm not going to take no bull from him. If he can't respect me as a woman, then I will leave. When you get to that level of love and respect for yourself, leaving somebody who doesn't treat you right will not hurt so bad, because you will eventually be like, I dodged a bullet. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And I will be back tomorrow with rant number 3, which will, it's a very good video. So why not? Bye.